Is it true you once hooked up with the Notorious BiG?
Well, child, I can only imagine a stick stuffed between a marshmallow.
Beyonce's trying to trademark Blue Ivy's name.
Well, what took you so long?
Stay on the lawn. He will never, ever.
What did you say? Not we fucking discussed for 4 fucking hours.
Don't tell me! You gonna smack me like you gonna do to me? Smack me like.
Look at this old Ricky Smiley looking ass nigga.
You got me fucked up! You ain't gonna break your motherfucking face right now! She'll die, you will die! No,
Jesus, that was a lot.
Hi guys, I'm your boy Rico Bellucci.
And I'm Jay.
Cheers. Cheers. Hi guys.
Wait a minute.
I'm not taking this whole shot. Give me that cup.
Jesus, that was a lot.
We can chew gum. Okay.
No, you're not chewing. Nobody wants to see your tonsils and
I
molars.
chew like a damn lamb.
Like a couch or cut. It's more like, okay. Now, we're gonna start with R. Kelly.
Hold on, wait. Did that foul? Do we have that foul? So let's get into this. This is the Urban Binge
on RiBelTV.
Yes, and this is not the reality edition. Shout out to the reality edition. For real. Go to the. You don't know, and you're new here. We give you all of the urban news, all of the news that you missed while you were out trying to work. We have spaced out posts. The posts are spaced out, the videos are spaced out because we don't have time all the time to look at everything. But the most important stuff, subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell so that way you can be notified of every single video that we post. So we will have an intimate playlist where we will talk to you guys personally. It could be him alone, me alone, and sometimes us together. Most times. But we definitely plan on bringing you video regarding life, what we like. Last time you watched the video, that video, it was a little bit static. There was some humming going on. We got a new camera, we got some mics, got some lights, got new life. R. Kelly, go ahead. What was you saying about
R. Kelly is talking about his definition of health, or his health is being compromised during him being locked up. Okay, there are some people that are trying to fight for him to be released on bail. Dominique, which was one of the survivors of the show Surviving R. Kelly, Dominique Gardner,
that did not do any talking or speaking.
Right.
And guys, hold on. This is Jody. He's a poodle mixed with people. Say bye, Jody. Anyway, I really like Dominique Gardner. I really felt for her. She never did a video. Her story and the other girl's story, who's still there.
I'm definitely in love with Robert fucking Kelly. R. Kelly. Yes, that is mine.
Not doing something.
That's real.
They really made me
This
feel.
room in the studio looked like a cave. It had a bunch of curtains.
For her to be back at home in Chicago, she was still trying to find her way. She was still fighting the demons.
She just said that all the rooms were set up kind of like little hotel rooms, bed and a dresser, different young ladies in each room. Told us on the phone that she saw bruises all over Azriel's body. It was no more tickets for that day, so we came the next day.
And it was still hard for her to talk to male figures. That was like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday came. R. Kelly made it back to Chicago. So I went to get my son from school. When I came back, she was gone.
Her story and Dominique's story really, really touched me. At first I went into the whole thing like they just coming for another black man until I really heard everything, because I was born in 94, so I don't know nothing about the past. And what happened, and although I've done my research, he was acquitted. And so I didn't know about the videos and all that stuff. After that, I just couldn't find myself listening to his music no more. I know that in one of my videos, I Believe I Can Fly is playing in the background. Penny's mom made YouTube was on. I had a headphone in my ear. I did not even realize that song was playing. I play a playlist of gospel music, and I Believe I Can Fly in that playlist. It has now been removed, but I am not a supporter of R. Kelly.
I don't listen to R. Kelly.
I said what I said.
I cannot deny his vocals. The man can sing.
Okay, well, what you said was a bull.
But just supporting him, his lyrics and stuff, they just completely turned me off because it made me feel like he was talking about these little girls. And that just disgusting. It really does. Dominique Gardner is pregnant. Her mother's Instagram, Michelle Kramer. And I say congratulations to Dominique.
I got my daughter back. She was only home for 3 days.
Bill Cosby. I mean,
Bill Cosby, on the other hand, has been doing well. He's partially blind.
is he blind? I mean, did you see the movements of a blind man?
He's not. I've been around blind people, and there's a blind home just up the street.
And he's doing well. He even asked to be removed from confinement because he's so famous. He was not in normal population. He recently asked to be moved over to normal population. Some guys went on Inside Edition to say that he make jokes.
Bill Cosby is now inmate number NN7867.
Look at this old Ricky Smiley looking ass nigga. Old Ricky Smiley looking ass nigga.
We spoke exclusively with 2 men recently released from the same prison.
Does he crack jokes? All day long. Really?
as soon as he comes out, as soon as he exits the cell.
These former inmates insist Cosby gets no special treatment.
I'm not permitted to treat him any differently based on who he is.
He's pretty funny. Right. He's great. I guess they were just released from the prison.
Recently released from the same prison.
I still think that the situation was a very old situation and that they should have came up with this and they should have gave him house arrest. I agree with what Wendy said.
What does your gut tell you? Is he guilty or not?
Guilty. Guilty. Guilty on all counts.
Okay.
I think that Bill Cosby is pretty disgusting. Bill Cosby, who's 81, was sentenced to 3 to 10 years in state prison. I don't want him to go to prison. What the Methuselah are you?
About the whole situation. I think that being in prison and possibly dying in prison for a 60-year-old crime that sounds the way it sounds, I feel that some of them knew what they were getting themselves into, and now this girl's situation fits with theirs. So let me just jump in and say this happened to me too, which I think is unfair. We don't know for a fact, and I have nothing more to say on that.
Malik Yoba and him going off on the Roots interview, he actually went off on Terrell J. Star, which was the host that was interviewing him. He was actually asking him questions that deemed too uncomfortable for Malik Yoba.
Since this allegation, too, if you search your name on social media, some sex workers have come forward saying that you've long solicited sex and trans women. And because of this, you've been criticizing for fetishizing trans women. I don't know what you're talking about.
He talking about he loves trans. Where were you loving me when I was needing you?
We've gone on social media and we found people who have said this.
So you and I sat for 4 hours the other day.
We went through a number of questions.
We decided how we would approach this.
He was asking, did he fetishize transgenders? Or was he simply just attracted to them as a whole? Did he
sleep with her when she was 13, 14, 15, 16? Don't quote me, but one of those numbers.
I was 13. My brain was like a sponge.
Mariah, who we mentioned in one of our past videos.
One of the girls who accused him. The interviewer kind of knew about that situation and wanted to question him about it. Right. From what we understand, from what we heard, it was on Angela Yee's The Rumor Report, and he just completely went out. He even asked him for the cards out of the camera.
I want the cards out of all these cameras.
The girl spoke slowly like,
we can't
give you our cards.
Give you
our cards out of our camera. He meant like the SD cards out of the camera.
The cards that have the footage on them.
He was really upset.
He was pissed.
Right.
This just in. All the guys love.
Well, looks like Malik Yoba was doing his press run. They asked him to respond to a Facebook post by Mariah Lopez-Ebony where she accused him of soliciting sex from her when she was 13 and 16 years old. And Malik Yoba responded that he didn't know her. I have no idea who she is. And things went left. It got a little worse from there.
You gonna stand for allegations? You. That's up, man. It's not for 4 hours. I want the cards. You can't use any of it. There's no release assigned to
the recording, and the more you talk, the worse it looks for you.
What did you say?
Generally,
no. We're done, bro.
And
I don't appreciate this at all. Not we fucking discuss for 4 fucking hours. What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? This is my fucking life. Don't tell me.
I do think that people should be able to ask him about the situation.
Yes.
If we were to talk to him, I would
because
ask
this
him
is
about
news, this is media, this is journalism. So we reported on it because this is part of our culture. It's becoming a part of his culture. He just now admits that he's attracted to transgenders or transgender females or all women, anybody who considers themselves a woman. He doesn't understand the fact that part of our culture is sex for pay because we typically don't get offered a lot of jobs as transgenders or as gay people, so then they turn to the streets and then they want to sell their bodies and make money that way. So when you're accused of stuff like that as part of the culture, you can't just simply walk away from it, either confirm or deny.
But Malik Yoba need to get it together. I mean, like, seriously.
Definitely.
There was this Georgia professor who helped this student out. The student didn't have a choice but to bring the child to school.
The student called me at night, around 9-10 p.m. the night before, and told me that she cannot find a babysitter because her babysitter is feeling sick. I told her, yes, you can bring the baby, we'll figure out what we're going to do.
Which it reminds me of my mom. My mom used to take us to her school all the time. Me and Poppy and Jakaya, we used to sit across the hall in another empty classroom. But this professor held the baby on her back with
in an African kanga.
Yeah, and
you know the rap they use to hold the baby on their back. You know what I'm saying?
She was at Georgia, I believe Georgia State University, maybe Georgia Tech.
Dr. Ramana Cisse is a biology professor at Georgia Gwinnett College.
Georgia Technical College.
Don't quote us.
Right, she was an anatomy professor. I think that was awesome. I just wanted to throw that in there. That's awesome that girls can take their kids to school and a professor has enough compassion to kind
help
of
her out, right?
For this hour or 30 minutes that you're in my class so that you can pay attention. And the baby slept fine on her back.
Right.
If you're Urban Binge, make sure you subscribe
and like
and hit the notification bell.
Okay, now we're going to talk about our hometown, Atlanta. We're going to talk about how they are giving more money to build homes and apartments and places for the homeless people in Atlanta to live. Because if anybody knows, downtown Atlanta has a lot of homeless people that just hang around. And they
leaving Brady going in front of that bridge right there, y'all know he had to go get some water. I will continue with the story because we don't have all day. Yeah, sometimes they can become a nerve wrecker. And here in New York City where we live, you won't find many homeless people around.
A bitch was thirsty. Yeah, like you said, in New York, you won't see a lot of homeless people.
Right. They have a lot of help. They provide with shelter, apartments. They have a lot of assistance for homeless people. So, I mean, I knew that it was only a matter of time that we are a Republican state in Atlanta, Georgia, but before white men start to invest in things. Because you working in this big ass office building, or you own a company in Atlanta, and you invest in Keisha Lance Bottoms Foundation or whatever she's trying to do to create houses or homes for the homeless in Atlanta. The only sad part about it is these apartments could turn into a Hollywood Court, a Grady Homes type of thing in about 10 or 15, 20 years. Right. They could be rundown projects. Think about that. So if we think ahead of time and not run these apartments down and tear them up and have jobs, social workers on site, even jobs at the apartments for maintenance workers. These homeless men who are coming off the streets, allow them to do maintenance work at this neighborhood and other neighborhoods. Make sure there's cameras on site so that anybody steals, they out of there. How do you put them out? You get what I'm saying? How do you put out a person who is rehabilitated from being homeless? Put them back on the streets. Like, how do you do that? Like, they're gonna do a lot with that. Also, there are a lot of parents who live with their parents. A lot of young girls, 25, who I know myself, or live with somebody and their kids, and are not necessarily homeless, but like you would say, the homeless.
Their own.
Right. Atlanta is looking at the people on They're looking at the people on the street. There was a time where we stayed in a shelter, and even when I wasn't with him, before I was with him, I stayed in a shelter on the way down the street. We used to pass a shelter, and there was a lot of women at the shelter that used to get on the bus, remember, with their kids, and I used to be so sad. They were all sleeping in this one building. Right. Like a gym or a U-Haul place gutted out. So sad situation, but congratulations to Atlanta, $50 million on new home. Keep it up, please.
Trump has an inquiry to be impeached. This does not mean still a proceeding to impeach him. A lot of people are confused about how the impeachment process works. Impeachment simply means that there is a trajectory to remove somebody from office, meaning that there's a direction that they're moving in, that they think, that they believe could remove somebody from office, potentially. But
Pelosi don't be playing, bitch! But you know what? F that, because Pelosi do be playing too many games. Go ahead.
Why did it take this long? There was no substantial evidence in the Russian meddling that would allow him to be impeached, but there have been many moral offenses, crimes of moral turpitude, I shall say, that are comparable to one of our previous presidents getting a job in the White House.
Right.
And I should actually say incomparable, because stuff that's so much worse.
But why didn't you walk away months ago? When you heard the guy call women pigs, dogs, slobs, you finally get him on tape bragging about actions that qualify as sexual assault. Well, what took you so long? What the heck?
In the words of our former president, just to make reference, Bill Clinton was not removed from office either. He was impeached and he stayed in office. So that's part of the impeachment process. You can be impeached, but if Congress or the Senate does not remove you from office, then you can still be in office with no power, but with the chair.
And let's not forget, as the generations go on, rebelliousness gets stronger. They get smarter. So Nixon was much older than Bill Clinton. People say, oh, well, they got impeached.
They were much more unforgiving in those days.
And Nixon was not about to go to jail for no bullshit. Clinton knew he wasn't going to jail. Clinton, he was young, young-minded. Trump will keep pushing and pushing and pushing the envelope. He don't even until he leaves. And I doubt that he leaves the office. Just to rub it in our face, he's going to stay on the lawn.
He will never, ever throw a white flag. He will never give in. This girl was trying to hold her baby while she smoked a blunt. A joint, something. She was smoking something. It wasn't no pipe, but she was smoking something. And she definitely shouldn't have been smoking while holding that child. And then she kind of like... She definitely was being careless with her child. And she could have hurt that baby.
I think that the close out Facebook Lives when stupid shit like that happening, but then again, keep it up with so that we can see. But that's all we got to say about that. Look at that video, comment down below and tell us what you guys think. I think that is just...
She was presumably a newborn baby, but she was very tiny, very tiny.
Also, Shakira and J-Lo will be performing at the Super Bowl.
I love that the Super Bowl has 2 women performing this year. I feel incredibly honored and humbled to be, in a way, next to J-Lo.
That it's in Miami.
Yeah.
It is a very Latino town, and that they picked the 2 of us.
J-Lo will be headlining. Shakira will be the featuring guest.
Exactly. And I think that is going to be boring.
I'm particularly not a J-Lo fan. I'm sorry.
I'm not a Shakira or J-Lo fan.
Neither one. I just don't have
the music.
I do understand that now is the era where there's going to be a lot of Hispanic music.
For me, it's their marker of a new time.
You know, Cardi is coming.
And you know what? They support
Bad
the Super
Bunny.
Bowl and football so much. Spanish people.
Football.
Spanish. When you go to football games and Super Bowl parties, stuff like that, you see a lot of Spanish people. They really support. Diamond and Princess are coming back, are making a return. I think it's a good look for them in a time where a lot of young female rappers are out. Diamond and Princess have been ahead of the game. They've been doing this thing. They need to come back with a new sound, with some takey beats, some really hard Take your time in the studio.
What's happening in New Jersey? It's your girl, Nominate TL, Girl Princess. It's official, we will be in the building. That's right, for our album release party. Vagina Power. Yeah.
Also, JT from City Girls will be getting out. I think that that's going to be hard for Carisha because Carisha has been getting a lot of gigs alone. So for her to come back, I think they want her back, but it's still going to be new because the gigs have been alone. And I think people are noticing, well, she can be City Girl Carisha without JT. That's how it's going to turn out. If JT don't hurry up and touch down. And when she touch down, she's got to come out with banging. Five. To show that this is why we are City Girls. This is why we're together.
And not City Girl.
Beyonce also is fighting over the name Blue Ivy.
Beyonce's trying to trademark Blue Ivy's name. Or, excuse me, there's already a company called Blue Ivy, some sort of event planning. The company filed court documents saying that they've been using the name for years.
She does not want this other company who had it 3 years before Blue Ivy was even born. She doesn't want them to have it. And I completely understand her not wanting them to have it. They had it 3 years before you, and I'm sure on their end, they have been blessed tremendously since Beyonce named her child that. You can't say that your sales did not go up after Beyonce.
Girl, people been definitely searching for you, girl.
It still is an ongoing case. They went to trial, I believe, today, and this has been ongoing for a while. I really don't know whose side I take on this because you can't say they get all the money for the name and Blue Ivy is going to be who she is, and this is her name.
Right.
She's going to be major.
It's hard to say.
New Jack City with a reboot. We don't know if Chris Rock, Ice-T, and Wesley Snipes will be reprising their roles, but I really like all the remakes that are coming out. I mean, you have a remake of Coming to America, Home Alone, just all these remakes. Even Tyra Banks redid her Barbie movie.
Life Size, yes.
As well. I really appreciate all the remakes, even the remake of that Jamie Foxx did on ABC of the Jeffersons.
The Cussin Pastor, you know he cussed out one of his sponsors.
Yes.
Set your ass down. Set your ass down.
You ask me who gonna give me some money, I answer your question. Answer your question. You ask me who you gonna give me some money?
Go.
Man, give me my half of my money back.
No, I ain't giving you half of the shit back.
What you talking about? You gonna kick me off the show?
You said you were that motherfucking ignorant.
Man, I stood up and showed you.
Okay, go on, get up.
You don't give a. The people do. You think it's about you?
Hey,
it ain't about you. It's about people.
You are not from how they get in my motherfucker.
When they came to the show, cussed them out, let them have.
Let them have it. We don't know what happened. The title, the caption says, hopefully he don't shoot nobody or something.
Oh, nigga, you a man, nigga.
That is dope, man. That is dope.
What you mean? What you talking about? You gonna smack me like you gonna do the beach? Smack me, more. Hold up, man. Smack me. You can look me on, you gonna try to beat your ass up in this hole. Nigga, what you got a gun in front of you for? Because I'm the security. What's wrong with you? You got me fucked up. I break your motherfucking face right now. She'll die, you will die. Now, what the fuck you got me fucked up? I break your motherfucking face right now. She'll die, you will die. Now, what the fuck you talking about? You ain't gonna take my money? I don't think you ready to go. You don't know what you're doing. I'm trying to be cool. I'm gonna put a suit on, trying to be cool, and give you money, and get you ain't give me no money.
I'll give you half your motherfucking money back.
You sissy motherfucker.
No.
And I'm putting my foot in your ass.
Okay.
Now.
So we don't know what happened with that.
Because apparently there was a gun allegedly drawn on somebody.
Although he has a foul mouth, hopefully he didn't do nothing to cause out himself. Stacey Dash was arrested.
Stacey Dash looking a mess.
She was arrested today.
Alright.
Stacey Dash was arrested.
Stacey Dash looking a mess.
She was arrested today.
Alright.
For domestic violence. And we don't talk about Stacey Dash because Stacey,
at the age of 52,
right, don't like black people, we believe. She made a few statements in the past
that
and also has supported
give negative connotation to her black sisters and brothers.
But this also would give a follow-up to her black sisters and brothers. That she is black and a black sister.
And she gonna slap the fuck out of her nigga when he do that shit.
So you definitely black sister.
Right.
Black on.
Bad Boys for Life is coming, if you guys didn't know.
All right, we're here, Bad Boys. It's a photo shoot. There's Marty Mark. That's Martin right there.
Bam.
I don't know if it's gonna be in theaters or if it's gonna be on Netflix. Netflix wipe up everything.
Right.
Filmed in Atlanta.
Yes. Martin Lawrence has been showing some behind the scenes things.
On his YouTube and Will Smith YouTube we love so much. I mean, his YouTube is great. His editing is great.
Put our heads on other stuff.
Yeah, it's like watching a whole TV show.
It's very interesting.
He takes us behind the scenes of his family, Jaden, Willow, Jada, his mom, and his whole life, and we love it.
Yes.
We love watching Will Smith. Of course, he got the money to pay for the editing system. He probably got the best system around.
Right.
Y'all already know.
Yo, Miami Beach, day one, son. You got me tearing up about this thing.
Ricky Smiley, speaking of YouTube, is on YouTube, and he gave his grandson, grandson, this LeBron hairstylist.
I don't care nothing about what your mama said. Rub it in. Let's see. Gonna do a part in the middle of today. I ain't used to this kind of hair. Brandon and Malik. Hair as nasty as a sheep's ass. Turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around.
Day after day, seems like I push against
You like it?
Something like this with this part in it. And he always going on there kind of arguing with women. Not really arguing, but just being defiant towards their comments, which I understand. You don't need women always trying to think they're telling me and how to raise a child.
I don't have to be on the other side. Don't come on here telling me what to do and how to do it. If his little ass fall, he'll be all right. We got a children's hospital. There's always some sister come on here and try to tell you what to do. Shut up. Looking for something to criticize.
But
he's a misogynist, I believe.
Watching Ricky is a misogynist.
He feels like women need to be in their place.
But he's a Q-dog. I mean, come on. Yeah. Q-dogs are very
possessive over their women.
And they take pride in their
masculinity.
Right, in their masculinity. He really wants this boy to be masculine and man. And like, he really irks my nerves. I know that I'm gay and I'm not trying to ask for softness. But it's like so harsh and so not harsh, but always so.
And men always feel like they have to be so.
And
regardless of being gay or not, because people were very hard on me when I was coming up, and it just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can go play football and go outside and go, anything. What the fuck? It doesn't matter.
Who said that's gonna work?
Whoever, whatever. It doesn't matter. I've helped pull trailers and worked out in the gym and lifted weights and done football and basketball and track, and I've done it all. So it doesn't matter. If you're gay, you're gay. So you can't try to train up a boy to be something aside from what he is. Speaking of gay,
there was a gay activist in Turkey who was hosed down by the police there while he was taking pride in his gayness. And I think that is ridiculous that even in some countries still, in 2019, they still have not accepted man on man, women on women relationships.
Exactly.
Get over it. It is what it is, but hopefully the people over in Turkey will stand up against it and continue fighting it. And we send our prayers to them when we send our energy their way.
Wendy has been given her Mean Girl title again, back from Radio Wendy, because she has been shading a lot of people who were assumed to be her friend. We're just gonna give a quick list of the things that she's done that could be caught as shade. Jerry O was gonna have a show. He had a pilot that came out. She was the first person to throw it out there that he was canceled.
By the way, a shout out to Jerry O. Unfortunately, I got the phone call saying there will be no Jerry O.
Yeah.
Not true.
They're telling me there's no decision made yet. They're telling me that they're still trying to sell it and no decisions have been made yet.
Although it was her production, That's kind of shade. She shaded her friend Christy Brinkley. She came on the show before.
The first guest is one of the most famous supermodels of all time, Christy Brinkley.
Wendy Williams show, and now she wanted to say that on Dancing with the Stars she fell and broke her wrist.
And Wendy was very harsh.
Yeah, she said that she was a liar.
It was announced this morning, Christy Brinkley, she fractured her shoulder and her wrist, practicing over the weekend. Well, that looked fake as hell. Okay, but that was real cute. Allegedly, she went to the doctor. Hopefully, you and I could still be cool, but I'm just saying.
called her a liar, said that she was just trying to get out of it because she was so old. 62 on the outside, it's not 62 on the inside.
In the parking lot, going into dance rehearsal, where she was. Would you look at this? Would you look at that? Look at her go. Thank you, TMZ, for that footage.
Same way she was shady with Nene, saying that they invited her and Karen Huger from Housewives of Potomac.
Saying Karen from Potomac is having her housewarming, and she invited me. Like, I'm not, no, I'm not going.
Karen invited her to housewarming, and Nene and Marlo wanted to go to Neiman Marcus and go shopping because they were in New York, coming from Greece. And she kind of brushed it off like, I have a life. They can go shopping on their own and be loud because they have each other. I think Wendy was being so rude.
So Nene's on the phone. She talks hella loud. You gotta put the phone way over here. The cat's even scattered. And then, next thing you know, Marlo walks in the room. They're packing up their stuff, leaving Greece. So I was like, all right, so where are you guys going? We're flying into Atlanta. And Marlo was like, and we've gotta get up. I was like, oh, no, we don't. Marlo, I don't know Marlo. I got a show to do. I got my life.
Y'all know how she is. She doesn't have a friend.
I've made some friends, and I tried to call Nene, but Nene did not answer her phone. She was probably in hair, makeup, or a dressing room at a store. I personally have no problem with Kenya. I can be as friendly with her. I can be as easily friends with her. Look, I'm not that invested. I'm invested in you. Please, I'm on nobody's payroll, okay? I go out when I want. I say what I want. Nene was the queen of the franchise. Kenya's gunning for that Nene money. I don't know, Nene. If you want to leave a statement, text it later. I'll talk about it on Monday. But, good luck to you, Nene, of course. And good luck to you, Kenya.
And if I was Nene, I would say, bitch, I'm never inviting you anywhere else after seeing that.
Ever.
It's not. And
never.
And Wendy will try to kick it like, you should be able to take the heat. I'm just being friendly. And speaking of Wendy Williams,
we're going to talk about her and the Tamron Hall show. The Tamron Hall show definitely is giving Wendy a run for her money. She is having some guests
really good
on
guests.
there. Yeah, that are
the day before
up to
Nene came, Kenya Moore was there. Nene came to Wendy.
And we know they...
Right. Yeah, well, Wendy and Kenya definitely. Because Kenya's not gonna go on Wendy's show. Also, Tamron Hall is taking on this Sally. Oprah used to walk through the audience and talk and give the mic to the audience. And that's what Tamron Hall is giving me. She's going back to the old times of talk show. Tamron Hall versus Wendy Williams. I think Tamron Hall will be around longer, of course, because Wendy has already been around. She's dwindling. She's gonna.
It's because of the new generation that's coming up. They're not Wendy fanatics.
But we're still gonna need somebody messy.
Speaking of Wendy being messy, when she went on Watch What Happens Live and semi-confirmed that she slept with Biggie.
Yes. Andy Cohen asked her.
Natalie Ale on Twitter said, is it true you once hooked up with the Notorious B.I.G.? Lil Kim said that you did.
Okay, that will play out in my Lifetime movie, okay?
She played as if she's gonna put it in her book. Her and Lil Kim kind of had a problem about it back in the day, and she has a new book coming out, and she's gonna put it in her book.
Which y'all, I can only imagine a stick stuffed between the marshmallows. Nicole Murphy has been spewing some lies.
Yeah, she recently went on Wendy Williams.
Well, she recently made big headlines after she was photographed kissing a married man. Nicole Murphy.
Of course, Wendy was gonna get her. I knew it was gonna happen. She basically said she didn't know Layla Roshan.
Women, this could happen to you. Do your research. Very much so. Do your research,
I mean, do you know Layla?
As by passing
they
that.
said you were all family.
No, I don't know her like that.
Scott got some news that their children played at each other.
They said you all were family.
No.
She was hesitant. She wanted to say this, don't want to say this.
Kissing a married man. No, that is not a, no, Nicole.
No. It was a mwah. It was a frozen in time pic. I know. Trust me, Wendy. I wish it didn't happen.
Where this happened?
Well, I think it was a moment where I should have thought.
Okay, and you leaned in.
And kissed. And it happened.
Wendy asked her if she was watching today, what kind of apology would you give her?
Hey, you learn from your mistakes. Social media, I have to say, social media is a mountain of it.
What was your impression?
I'm not going there. Listen, Missy Pooh, I know what you do, and you see this hand? I apologize.
Look at Rambo's camera. Say something to her.
Oh, Layla, darling, it was a mistake. I apologize.
The apology was like, girl,
that was a cold shoulder, baby.
Yeah, that apology was really a fake apology. If you slept with this lady, man, you would be very apologetic. She wasn't apologetic
at all.
And she also made a little comment like, I'm single.
Unlike somebody else, she wanted to say, under her breath, like nobody was gonna hit it through it.
She definitely knew he was married. You definitely know Layla Roshan. Scott was the some blog that she was talking about when she said some blog put out a statement.
There was a statement that was released. I did not put out that statement.
Let's take a look at Exhibit B.
It was a moment.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
B. Scott had to show the text messages. He personally texted her about the situation, and she texted back. Whether it was her or not, it was from your number, baby girl. Baby girl.
Baby girl, baby girl.
B. Scott has been all on it, calling her a lying ass scalawag. Reporting that Nikki Murphy called the paparazzi there to
take
gain
pictures
some
of
fame.
her and Antoine Fuqua because she wanted to be back in the spotlight.
Right. Lila Roshan has been out hanging with some ex-wives, hanging with some friends. She's been living her best life. And so I'm proud of her. I think that she should divorce his black ass. Watch a little bit of Waiting to Exhale.
Hello. We're going to talk about BET Plus today because they came out with a new commercial
that will feature Tyler Perry, a new show with Jill Scott.
Our new subscription on-demand streaming service. All the content you love. My library, my stage plays, my movies, and that includes much to the damn DEA. Turn channel one more damn time. You watch what the hell you want to watch. I watch what I want to watch. Hey, what are you two arguing about? Plus, I got a show called Ruthless. It's incredible. Oh. And there's new content every week. You're going to love this. Stop arguing over television. All BET Plus. Commercial free. Hey, and all you need is Wi-Fi. I ain't gonna cook no waffle. Turn the channel one more damn time.
He had to go make my rice. He got like a certain pot for my rice to go in, which is where his noodles were. Anyway, BET Plus has an ad out with Tyler Perry talking to Medea and Jeff, Brian's dad, right? Talking about the streaming service, and it was great. I love that video, but I just wanted to insert that in here because we can. Nicki Minaj stepped out of retirement, which we knew she was gonna do. She did a song with DaBaby called iPhone. When the iPhone just dropped.
Right, to keep y'all interested.
Right, a great marketing strategy to drop a song called iPhone with Nicki Minaj. Now, if you would have dropped it with Lil Kim, it still would have blew up, I feel like, because DaBaby's name is major. Or Cardi B, it still would have blew up. But Nicki is the largest right now.
Nicki Minaj fans were taunting Erica Mena when she was leaving the VMAs. What was it, like last month?
Yeah.
I'm Barbie. I'm real Barbie.
You're one of Nicki bars.
No, I'm not.
You're Barbie.
No, I'm not.
You're Barbie. You're definitely a Barbie.
I'm the dress of a queen. I'm a bar.
I'm a Barbie.
You know who that is.
They got her tight. Damn, they got her tight. She's mad as hell.
She was leaving and they were just calling her a Barb. You know, you're a Barb. They dug up some tweets that she posted over the past years about how she felt about Nicki, and it definitely seemed like she was on her side. But of course, she's dating Nicki Minaj's ex, Beyonce.
So it's no telling what he done. It's no telling what he done told
He's
her
definitely
about.
changed her perspective on Nicki Minaj.
Right. If she did love Nicki, she don't love her no more.
Exactly.
Especially knowing that was sitting on the dick that she got now.
Lil Nas got to meet Oprah.
Right.
That's big. You know, if you get to meet Oprah, your celebrity status is like jumping up.
And he's been doing so well. He recently been posting a lot, right? Even with
Jeff Bezos and gave him his damn jacket, leather jacket.
Exactly.
So.
And Katy Perry.
I posted that on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram, the Urban Binge.
Exactly. And also, he's been on Dish Nation, so he's not limiting himself to a certain group, or I can't be seen here. He's major, and he came on Dish Nation, something so small. Their ratings are probably good, but Dish Nation would even consider themselves not as big as Ellen. Ellen is major, very major. But Oprah was holding his face and everything.
Right.
I'm so proud of Lil Nas. I am.
Congratulations. Keep going. Come out with some new hits, and don't let these motherfuckers see you slipping.
Make sure you guys stay tuned for
new content.
It's coming soon, very soon. You don't want to miss it. Trust me. We're working hard. We're trying to get new content. We may look sleepy because, you know, when you're grinding, there are sleepless nights, restless days, no break sometimes, no food sometimes. You're just working.
As you can see, we're cooking in between
we love the
filming.
Lord. Right. We love the Lord. God is good. The baby is taking a nap. She's about to wake up, eat dinner with us. Our next video is going to be the reality edition, where we will talk about a few episodes that we have not caught up on. Love and Hip Hop New York, Potomac Reunion. This is the Urban Binge. I'm your boy Rico Bellucci.
And I'm Jay.
Make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter at The Urban Binge. Like our page on Facebook at The Urban Binge.
And make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube page at RiBelTV. And make sure that you hit the like button and hit the notification bell so that way you can be subscribed to all of our videos.
See you guys later with the late on videos.
Now The Urban Binge on RiBelTV. Now you're going to have to wait a damn minute now. Hold it up. Can you sit that out? You cannot chew gum on
This
camera.
is The Urban Binge. We will have an instant playlist where we will talk. Okay, I don't even know what we were talking about because it's actually...
We were talking about the white people, then we started talking about the motherfucking girls that are dressed nappy and ugly and white folks.
Twitter at The Urban.
Really quickly, you know, they...
Right.
White folks, black folks.
She did a song with DaBaby. Love you. Haters. Now, and
Never.